when he comes, but let me, okay, I'll come back to this question. First of all, remember this website, acpe.edu, acpe.edu. Now, I hope you are receiving the Chaplain's Call newsletter every month. It comes from the chaplaincy department through the MDIF office. That's at the beginning of each month you are to receive this newsletter. The issue for November is dedicated for CPE specifically. The whole issue is about CPE. How to find this issue right now? Let me walk with you. So while you go through this Christian Ministry website, it looks like that. Oh, sorry. That's ACP looks like. But Christian Ministry at Andrews, Department of Christian Ministry at Andrews University, right here in the seminary. You go to chaplaincy concentration. Are we together? You click on chaplaincy concentration and you come to Chaplain's Call right here. These are all the newsletters that have been issued so far. The Chaplain's Call. And the first right now here on the bottom is November issue 2019. You click on right here, the November issue. And here it's all about CPE. Here are frequently asked questions about CPE. Let me click on right here. And you see it's a brochure. You can come to my office and get a hard copy of this brochure. So we just created for internal use, not external of the seminar, but for the internal use. There are summer units, extended units, online units, and I would strongly suggest you to take a summer unit or an extended. Online, in a very rare case, when you are stuck and you need to graduate and no other options available, then I may suggest you take an online, just for your graduation. However, summer intensive unit is the best because you're exposed to CPE fully, 40 hours per week, Monday to Friday, and on calls during the weekend. So you're really exposed to CPE fully. And it's 3 months long. You start in June, you end in August, June to August. Extended unit, it may be extended for 4 to 5 months, sometimes even up to 6 months. It depends upon the center that provides. It could be up to 6 months. The price, you see varieties, varies. Summer is 3 to 600, extended from 600 to 1500. The online version is the most expensive. Why? While you do your 100 hours through a Zoom or Skype with your group and your supervisor, however, you do your 300 hours not on a clinical setting where the center is located, but on a clinical setting or a parish setting outside. In other words, the center that provides the CPE and the hospital is not benefiting from you. So that's why it's much more expensive. You do your clinical somewhere else. For example, like here, you take an online option, you can do your clinicals at Lakeland, in St. Joseph. St. Joseph will benefit, the hospital, the Lakeland hospital will benefit from you, but they don't pay you for that. But the online center will not benefit from your ministry. So that's why you pay for them much more. So everything is explained here. So just explore. Now, coming back to the Chaplain's Call. The next question, how do I find a CPE center? Which CPE center is the best for me? And now let me come back to the question that you raised, 3 of you. Should I take CPE while I am here in the seminary or when I finish my classwork? both options are good. It depends upon your schedule when you want to take. If you are in the chaplaincy concentration, you will not be able to graduate without CPE, or you will be able to march but not receive a diploma. So if you are okay with that, and then receive a diploma 3 months later or 4 months later, you can do that. Finish with your classes here, go and take CPE, and then receive your diploma. But we strongly suggest to take summer off, or to take an extended unit. For example, even here in Bronson Hospital, in Kalamazoo, they have a CPE unit there. You can take with catering. Catering is in Ohio, but as you heard, maybe from the newsletters, from the Chaplain Hall newsletter, they are planning to come here. And let me underline, we haven't signed the agreement yet, but they're planning to come here in the fall and spring. In the fall and spring. But remember, a group is a small group. We have a number of students who need to take CPE, but the group will be no larger than 5 persons per group. So we don't accept you. It's catering who accepts you. So you have to apply through catering to be accepted in the unit. Only when you receive an acceptance letter from catering, you can show this letter to Mona or myself and register for the class. And during that semester, either fall or spring, you will be able to take other classes up to 6 credits only. So, other classes up to 6 credits, and then CPE. 6? Yes, and then CPE. And that will be your full knowledge in that semester. You will not be able to take it more. It's just impossible. Yes, please. That's even international and local still. In order to have that package, the financial package, you have to have 8 credits per summer or 10 credits per spring and fall to be full-time student. So it would cover 6 credits of other classes and 4 credits, I think, of CPE. Yeah, so it should cover. So you'll be legal in the country and have the benefit of the financial package. Yes. So did I answer your questions? Yeah. Good. So here, yes, please. No problem. Yes, if you're in the concentration, then you have to take CPE. If you're not in the concentration, it will be your elective class if you want to take. If you don't want, it's up to you. However, a unit of CPE will just benefit any pastor, any Seventh-day Adventist pastor, to really be more effective in ministry, in his or her ministry. Yeah.
If you're sponsored, does the sponsored conference help cover that, or does that have to come out of the person's?
You know, it depends. It depends upon the conference. Talk with your leadership, the conference leaders, and ask them whether I'm good to take it right now, or if you're not in the concentration, you may take CPE later on in your years. For example, if you would have maybe a CPE center next door, and the supervisor would agree even for you to take a number of hours in a parish setting, your clinical hours in a parish setting. So you will do your pastoral ministry and still take some hours like for your clinical, and do some clinical hours also in a local hospital. So it depends. There are options. So right here, how do I find the CPE center? It's a video with tips and tricks for finding a CPE center online. If you forget what I will show you next, always come here and refresh your memory. But let me right now go and show it to you right now. Let's do it. Follow me, please. I'm going to ACPE website. That is how it looks like. acpe.edu. You see on the top, acpe.edu. That's how the picture may change. Don't worry about it. No, Siri, I did ask you to talk with me. Click at the directory. Click right here on the directory. And actually, don't click, just put your mouse. And click accredited CPE centers. Remember, directory accredited CPE centers. Click right here. And it will take you to something like this. And now you can enter one or more options of state where you want to take your CPE. Let's say, I put Michigan. Okay. Let's take, I want Ohio, because there is catering, for example. By the way, there is another CPE options in the neighborhood. It's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's about 2 hours, hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes from here. I will show it to you there, center. And another one is in Amita in Chicago. Amita is going through the process of hiring an educator. So hopefully they will hire soon. Their previous educator just accepted another position, so they're looking for an educator. So that will be another option. Chicago, but Chicago traffic, it's not the best. Kalamazoo, yes, it's Bronson. I will show it to you right now. So you put Chicago and Ohio states. You can put here units offered. You can, if you are only interested in the summer unit, you click here on summer. Or half unit, please don't take half unit. You spend your money and time and gain almost nothing. Extended or fall or spring residence, you are not ready yet. That's another step. So let's just leave it open. Just put the 2 states or how many states you want to put, it's up to you. And then click find. And you see there are 25, actually 27, okay. So on the first on the first page I see Demont in Royal Oaks, Bronson Medical Hospital. That's in Kalamazoo. Let me explore. Let me just click right here. Are we together? Bronson Methodist Hospital. And it provides, okay, there are 2 educators. Always look how many educators are provided by that center. The more students they will accept. If there is only 1 educator, only 5 to 7 maybe they accept. Right here, there are 2 educators. Hopefully, both of them working full time. So it means maybe 7 to 10, maybe to 14 students they can have. So look for that. That's for your benefit. Also, pay attention to the application fee. Whenever you apply, don't apply only to 1 center because you may be rejected. Maybe there's center is full already. Apply to several right away. So application fee is important. Also, see what units they offer. For example, Bronson offers summer, extended, and residency. And level 1, yes, you're looking for level 1 CPE. Accreditation dates, they're accredited next 5-year review, 26, they're good. Look for that. Here are the email addresses for the super educators and the phone numbers. So whenever you send your application, follow with a phone call, maybe in a week. Ask them kindly, I sent my application, have you received it? And they will reply to you, thank you so much, we received it, it's in the process. Believe me, the process may take time. It's okay, be patient. Maybe in 2 weeks or 3 weeks again, you may again give a phone call or email. How is it going? I just inquiring about my application. Could you please let me know the status? So talk to that supervisor, and if you receive a letter or an email, you are scheduled for an interview. It's a good sign, but it's not a full acceptance. They're just only scheduling an interview with you. Be ready not only to interview by them, but you interview that side as well. What do you want from them? What are you looking from them? What do you want to gain from them? I mean in knowledge. So let it go, let it be both ways.
I mean, one looking for experience also, but for also possible employment.
Not yet. No. You are just taking 1 unit of CPE. For employment, you'll need 4 units of CPE. Either 4 units of CPE, separate units, or 1 unit right now, and a year-long residency program. Let me just postpone it, residency will come to that. Okay, so that's Bronson. Okay, let me go to catering. Catering also, I click here, for example, and I see again there are 2 supervisors, Mark Feldbush and Moses Tyler. Both Seventh-day Adventists, but it doesn't matter. They also offer summer extended and residency, and their application fee is $25. Then let's go to what's the name of in Michigan, in Grand Forks. One moment, I will just give it to you. Okay, let me just click Ohio down, and only Michigan. Pinecrest Christian Mental Health Services. That's a CPE center in Grand Rapids. Sorry, not Grand Forks, but Grand Rapids. And I click here, and I see that they have 4 educators. They have 4 educators, but their application fee is quite pricey. So, but it's a good center. So it's up to you. Sometimes it's free. Application fee is free, 0. Some centers. So explore. I'm not going to explore for you more. Explore yourself. Okay.
So one question: the residency is free for us to work from home?
Please postpone with the residency yet. You have not finished the first unit. Sorry. Let's stick with the first unit. Any questions so far? How to find a possibility for a center? Yes.
When we do the CPAs during the summer or whenever we apply for it, how does that coordinate with our schoolwork? So in the summer, are we working those hours, so we can't take any classes in the summer?
Okay. Usually summer session starts in June and it runs beginning of June or mid part of June and ends in the middle of August. So if you want to take some classes, you may take May classes in May and with May classes, because otherwise you'll be busy with CPE. If it's possible, 40 hours per week plus on calls in the evenings and weekends. So it will be full time for you. Don't kill yourself and don't get bad grades. You don't want that. Okay, as I mentioned, either summer intensive unit, June, August, or extended. It varies from the center to center. It could be 4, 5, or 6 months. It depends. Extended unit, yeah. Coming back to a residency, it's a year-long program. Usually starts at the end of August and goes to the same time period. You get all the benefits and a stipend on which you can live by. It's about $30,000 plus per year So it's a minimum, but at least livable. You can survive. And benefits. That's a residency, but please, please, please. Okay, let's come back. Okay, accredited centers, let's go. The chaplain's call. Okay, so you know how to get to a center, to find centers. Now, let's go and look for application. Here's the last column. How do I apply? Click here, ACP application here. Click here, and will take you to right here, forms and applications, either PDF file or Word document file. Let me show you PDF because it opens faster on my computer. That is it. 2-page application form. You fill out the second page, provide all the necessary information, everything what you need, and the application form is the same for all ACP centers. Only you change right here the site, preferred program and site. Only you change this one. Yes. Okay. Yes, yes. So for catering or Bronson or whatever.
Put them all in there.
No, individual. That's what I mean, change. If you apply for Bronson, just put Bronson. If you apply for catering, put catering. So only you need to change here, and if you're applying for summer, spring, so whatever applicable. Now, coming to the first page. This is the work that you'll have to do. Please listen me careful. Point number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 5 essays that you'll need to write. 5 essays. The first essay is a reasonable full account of your life. The essay number 2, a description. You don't need to write it down. You'll have it. A description of your spiritual growth and development. A description of your work, vocational history. An account of helping incident in which you were the person who provided the help. Or the 5th, your impression of CPE. So, these are the 5 topics that you will need to put essay in the essay form. Provide essays. Your question may be right now, how long the essay should be? What should I write about? Please don't invent a wheel. It's already been invented. Let's come back to the chaplain's call and application tips right here. Click on these application tips. Even though they're coming from catering, health network, they're standardized. They're standardized for everything. Style guidelines. Use 12-point Times New Roman. Margin 1 inch. Single space pages. No double space, but single space. Please number the pages. Clearly identify yourself and so on and so on. 8 to 10 pages in total length for all required essays. 8 to 10 pages. It means single space, page and a half, up to 2 pages per essay. It's not 1 paragraph. It's a little bit more than 1 paragraph. Now, second key that is explained right here for essay number 1, 2, and so on, 4. Let me just give you in a summary form. Please, don't stick to facts only. Facts are boring. Go to the depths. For example, you're describing your reasonable full account of your life. Don't mention, I was born in such and such a year, in such and such a family. Go deeper. Right from your heart. How your family, your childhood experience shaped you into the person, into the minister who you are today. While you're providing this description of your full account of your life, try to write from your heart. It's CP. CP. It's not like only such a year I was born. I was 7 when I went to school. My mom's name was such and such. How your mom affected you? How she was close to you? What did you learn from her? Or, for example, your siblings. I had 3 siblings. How was your relationship with your siblings? So, does it make sense? So go to the depths. Whatever essay you write, dig deeper into your life. It will help you to be more professional, and those who will be evaluating your application form will say, okay, this is good person. Let's interview and let maybe take him or her. If you have much more chances to get to SCP much faster. Okay, there are some tips. I just summarize them to you. Okay, so the chaplain's call. Again, Christian Ministry Department, chaplaincy concentration, the chaplain's call. And all this is right here. And if you even more want more, scroll down, and right here is provided a tool that is available. On Amazon, you can buy a book, how to get the most out of CP or clinical pastoral education. Yes, ma'am. How competitive is? As I mentioned to you, the units are small, that few people are only accepted per unit. So you can see, sometimes there are no people, no competition, so you apply, you're accepted. Sometimes you may be 1 out of 20. It varies, it really varies. There is no prediction. Even here in Kalamazoo, sometimes they are looking for students. Sometimes they say, oh, we're full until the end of the year. I don't know. You know that people from Kettering, 2 educators are coming to Andrews. When are they will be here? Do you remember? Fall and spring, but they are coming right now to talk with you. Did you read the SEM news? Next Tuesday. If you really want, if you are smart people, make an appointment. They will be, 2 of them will be here next Tuesday. Go to Bonnie, make an individual appointment with them. Prepare your application. So when you come to them, don't come empty-handed. Bring your application. Talk with them. Ask many questions. Present yourself. Dress even properly. Like, come for an interview. Be very reasonable. Be smart. I just now showed you where to find the form.
But it was used for the program, but not used for someone who comes and representatives.
The 2 representatives that are coming, they're just coming to promote their CPE. So come to Bonnie, sign, because she has a schedule. I hope there are still many more openings. They will be doing interviews mostly in the morning from 9 o'clock until 11:20, every 20 minutes. And then from 12:30 until 1:20, a group. They will be meeting with a group in the room N235. And then at 1:30 until 2 o'clock, another individual meetings. And then they will have to leave at 2 o'clock to come back to Ohio. So please use this chance. Talk with them. Any question? Yes? It would be the ideal. If you don't have it yet, still you can meet with them. Just come, prepare yourself, inquire from them what are the opportunities, how, ask them questions. Yeah, just talk with them. It's okay still. Yeah. Okay, friends. when you finish your CPE unit, you'll receive something like this, a certificate. They look different, there is no standard, but you'll receive a certificate and at least 2 evaluations from your educator, midterm evaluation and at the end. So that's what you will need. And with this certificate, you come to me and claim your credits. You want credits for either elective credits or credits for the for the concentration. So that's what you need. Okay, no, we offer from 2 to 8 credits. Why to up to 8? Because it's 400 hours. It's up to 8 credits. However, in order to be legal and have a financial package, if you take it with scattering, you'll need 4. Then, if you take with another place, 3 is enough. Yeah, so it's up to you how many you want. If you bring this certificate and you have not registered for the class for that semester and you want just your credits, you fill out the form, prior learning credit request, and the process costs $100 per credit just to process that's under standard price. So, and that's why you don't want to pay too much. So you just pay for what you need. Okay, we are moving on. Now CPE residency. Now we come to your questions. What is this? As I mentioned to you, yes, please.
When is the Catherine coming?
Next Tuesday. So come to Bonnie. She has a sign-up sheet. Bonnie Beres, administrative assistant in the Christian Ministry Department. Okay, CPE residency. What is this? It's a year-long program that really, it's a full-time. You may take some online learning, a class here, a class there, but remember, it's a full-time. OPT. Yes, you can take residency, but please remember, for international students, if you apply for OPT, you have 1 year only to be legal in this country. So if you graduate in May and your residency starts in August, you lose 3 months. You'll have to leave the country next May. So you will not be able to finish your residency. So for this reason, international students plan to graduate in August in order to plan ahead of time, apply, be accepted in the by the center of your choice to the program that starts in August. You graduate in August, you start the program in August, then following August you finish with the residency, you can go home. Or whatever the Lord provides for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Pastor Benjamin in the international student, he told me that before.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he told me that before the I-20, which is the international student use, the document they provide, before it expires, you can ask them 2 months before so they can renew it.
Okay, so in other words, talk with the people at the international office. And there is actually the process even to fill out the documents if you go to take even a CPE unit outside of this area. I think there is a process, but it's a very minimal process. You can do that. Talk with the people at the office. You don't want to compromise your legality in this country. Yeah. Okay, so why to take? It's okay. Please use a microphone.
I heard that when we practice I don't really know if it was the CPE, but if we do practice like this can affect the year. I don't know if that works with the CP as the residency.
What do you mean affect the year?
Like if I do the CP, it take because I work or it seems to work like 400 hours. It does it takes them away from the time I want to stay, the year that I am allowed to stay.
No, one unit, if to take a 1 unit for this program, it's usually not. Even if you take an intensive, you can be legal in this country if you study 2 semesters and take 1 semester off. And during this taking off the semester, you can finish your CPE unit. So you are still legal. Yeah, or you can take a few classes in May, during May, and CPE. It's also class, so you can even be full-time student. Yes. For healthcare chaplaincy, for full-time chaplaincy, healthcare chaplain, you have to have either 4 units of CPE or residency. Yeah. That's what I want to take you right now to. Actually, no difference, because you have 4 units of CPE, either or. Either you take individual units, or you take 1 unit and a residency. 1 unit and a residency may take shorter time than for you to take individual units. In my case, I took individual units because there was no residency available in North Dakota, Minnesota, where I lived. So I took 4 individual units. It's the same. Yeah. Yes, please.
Is it a requirement to have a 1 unit of CP before residency, or you can apply for residency without a unit?
Excellent question. Excellent question. Yes, it is required. Because when you get into a residency, you have to know the basics. Otherwise you will be lost in a hospital where you will be working, and even in a group setting. That's why they always require. However, maybe there are some exceptions where really some hospitals are looking for residents and they cannot find even one. So they may be a little bit, soft on you and say, okay, we'll close our eyes and accept you. But yes, it is a requirement. I see your excitement. Good. Other questions? Good. So when to take CPE residency? Some students want to take while you are here. Please, don't interrupt your classwork. Finish everything, graduate, have your diploma with you, then take your residency. Because when you take your residency, and maybe you will be the best resident, and that hospital want to hire you right away, and you say, but I haven't finished my MD. You know how disappointed you will be? So for this reason, finish your classwork, finish everything what relates to the seminary, and then go and do your residency.
So a residency requirement is that you need to finish the MD first, then you do the residency.
Not necessarily. Yes, it's preferable. But sometimes they take students who don't have MD. But to be endorsed by Adventist Chaplains Ministry, you have to have MD. And later on, to be board certified, you have to have MD. So it's your privilege. It's your privilege. The stipend I already mentioned to you, it's about 30 and plus per year. While most of the residency programs start at the second part of August, there are some exceptions which maybe may start in January, one of our MD students was able, because he finished his main classwork in December, and he was accepted into a residency program starting with this January. And he started with January, and I think 1 or 2 classes he takes online, he's done. So that's also a possibility, but only few centers who accept in January. Most of the centers, it's August to August. Where to apply for residency? The same way as you apply for a unit. The same procedure. You look for a center, you apply, and we wait for an interview, pass the interview, wait for the application letter, appointment letter, and start the program. And you will be informed what to do and when to appear. Some centers provide some kind of living, maybe subsidized living, but most of the time you have to look for your own living, place to stay. Some centers provide 1 meal per day for residents. So for example, lunch you eat in the hospital for free, which is also good. It's helpful. Yeah. So it depends upon the residency program. Yes.
Question: if you are in residency, do you need to pay anything?
An application fee, I think. I think so. Yeah. I need to find out. Sorry, I cannot give you because you are paid.
Yeah.
It's a stipend. So I think it's an application fee only. Okay, board certification. It's another process. And right now I'm talking about healthcare chaplaincy, as you understand. So a chaplain can be certified by ACI, Adventist Chaplaincy Institute. There is a website that you can go, AdventistChaplaincyInstitute.org. It's by the General Conference, ACM by the General Conference. They just not long ago opened this ACI, Adventist Chaplaincy Institute. And they certify, and I will show you the process. Also, you can be board certified by the Board of Chaplaincy Certification, APS, or CPSP, whatever you choose. But let me walk you through the requirements for the ACI. It's a lengthy process. Either way, wherever you go for the board certification, it's a lengthy process. They don't want cheap chaplains. If you are a chaplain, please know that your value is real value. So, first of all, graduate theological degree, minimum of 72 credits, preferably from an SDA school, or a written statement document the reason for obtaining this training in a non-Adventist setting. If you finished MA in pastoral ministry, then you need to take MDiv equivalency to raise your credits up to minimum of 72. Fulfill the ACI established competencies. You can find the competencies on the website provided. Then provide a documentation of 2,000 hours of chaplaincy employment. So you have to work post-residency, post-CPE, 2,000 hours as a chaplain. Okay, 2,000 hours as a chaplain. Then provide credentials, current conference-issued ministerial credentials. Then letter of support from the chaplain's home division. So you see how serious it is. Letter of support from the president of the church organization that issued your ministerial credentials. Then letter of support from the chaplain's employer. And then 2 additional recommendation letters from your peers. Yes, ma'am. And this is not all.
You don't even go for this type of criteria to be a pastor.
That's the point. Not every pastor is a chaplain, but every chaplain is a pastor. Yes, yes, because the church sends you out to work on behalf of the church beyond the church boundaries. You are an ambassador. The list continues on. That's not all. Signed copy of the Code of Ethics for board certified SDA chaplains. Please pass this on so you would know. You are signing the Code of Ethics. You are trustworthy. You're an ethical person. Then you write your autobiography outlining your call to chaplaincy. Then you provide your curriculum vitae, your CV. And then you write essays. For me, this was the hardest part. Write these essays. I had a very short period of time to write these essays. Oh, I sweat when I wrote these essays, but I did by God's grace, as we heard in the chapel today, but God. So these 4 essays: pastoral care, theology, professional identity and conduct, professional pastoral care, professional pastoral leadership. And these essays are not just like CPE essays. You go deep into theology. Provide support. Don't just blah, 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 say something. Give a real, I would say almost academic work. With all the support, with everything. Just write a paper, 4 papers. Then provide 2 verbatims. We'll be learning about the verbatim next week, but you'll have your verbatims from your CPE residency experiences. Then documentation showing completion of 4 or more units of CPE, your certificates. And then interview by a committee appointed by ACI. Wow. Yes, in order to be board certified, you have to go through that. But as a chaplain, while you'll be working in a hospital, your salary will jump up right away.
Should have started with that. Started with that, I would know the paperwork.
Yes. Yeah, so okay. Now it's easy.
Now that I know I'm getting paid well.
Remember, we had a chaplain from police department talking to us. She's going through this process right now. She's preparing herself for board certification. And she said, oh, it will take me several months to get ready. So it's a process. But we want the real chaplains to represent the church and be ministers of our Lord and the gospel out there. Okay, other questions or comments before we're dismissed? Yes, sir.
Was that the steps to become Adventist certified?
Yes. These are the steps. So first of all, you take CPE. That's okay. That's the certification. It's a general certification for healthcare or for military. If you want to be board certified by ACM, you take these steps. No, one moment. I don't want to confuse you. The 4 units are not required for military. There is something for military certification. This is mostly for healthcare chaplains. Because to be board certified for military, let Chaplain Roddy tell you on March 10 when she will be presenting about the endorsement. Ask her about the certification, even though she may not know fully because she's not a part of the institute, but maybe she will know something that I don't know. But for healthcare, yes, these are the steps. Okay. If no more questions, then you are dismissed.